Taylor's GS Mini is not only one of Taylor's most popularly sold guitars, but one of the top-selling guitar models in the world. This travel-size guitar rises above the pack in its impressive tone and volume despite its smaller size. With so many tone wood options and finishes to choose from, many guitar enthusiasts will have multiple GS Minis. This one that I have here with me is the 2022 version with the rosewood back and sides and ESP electronics. I purchased it on Reverb brand new at an amazing price because it has a few markings on it being a special edition. So these markings would not normally be on a regular GS Mini. If you're curious about how it looked brand new out of the box, I already did a full unboxing video. You can check out my channel. In this video, I'll be running through the design, the material used, sound tests, and my thoughts on whether this particular GS Mini-e Rosewood is worth picking up. Let's start out with the build quality and the design. The GS stands for Grand Symphony. That's the body shape of this particular guitar, but it's a mini, so it's definitely a shrunken down Grand Symphony. It has a convex back, so it kind of curves outwards versus just a simple flat horizontal back, which helps with resonance and projection. The E stands for electronics, and they can have several different versions of the preamps on these. Some of them just have like the 3 knobs, but in this case, this one is a cutout panel, and the 2022 version and beyond have actually separate 3-band EQs in addition to the volume slider and the tuner. And then of course there's varieties of tone wood options for both the solid top and also the layered back and sides. Additionally, you may find limited editions or plus editions which may come with like the arrow case, different finishes, slight beautifications, different tuners, that sort of thing. But no matter which version you choose, you will always get a layered back and sides. You won't get a solid option. And that is by design since this is a travel geared guitar. But again, the one I'm showing you and reviewing is the solid 6-cut spruce top and the layered Indian rosewood back and sides. And this entire Mini-e Rosewood package retails for $899. For the dimensions, the overall body length is 36 inches and the top bout of the width is 10 inches, the lower wider bout is 14.5 inches, and the body depth is total deepest point is 4 inches, including the most concave point. Nut width is 1 inch and 11/16. There are a total of 20 frets with it connecting at the body at the 14th fret with a 23.5 inch total scale length. It weighs just about 4 pounds, and it does come with a very nice structured gig bag, which I'll be doing a separate video on. You can see the model and serial number of this guitar on the inside label. Do note that again it says exchange because this is a special edition GS Mini that I have here. But if you want to check, you can go on Taylor's website to decipher their serial number to know what manufactured year it was just based on the serial number. In terms of material, the headstock has a Copa Ferra veneer. It does have a truss rod which you would adjust from the headstock, which is currently covered with 3 screws. The tuners are closed chrome tuners and they work very well. The neck is mahogany with a satin finish, the traditional Taylor slim neck design for easy finger placement and movement up and down the neck. The nut is new bone, aka synthetic bone. Fingerboard is cam ebony. Faux pearl dots on the face and sides of the fingerboard for fret indication on this 23.5 scale length fingerboard. There is a pickguard which is black colored on this particular model, but it can vary depending on the year and the style. The rosette is a simple white and black, and also simple white and black outlining the top. There is no binding whatsoever though, so it's a nice little touch to kind of differentiate the edges. The saddle is micarta plastic. The bridge is ebony. Bridge pins are black ABS plastic. Once again, the body has a solid 6-cut spruce top and a Indian rosewood back and sides. All of it is satin finish, and it's such a thin finish that you can even feel the pores of the wood. So this allows for the wood to vibrate better and allow you to get that better projection. The bracing is X bracing with a relief route. These are strung with medium gauge Diodaria XS coated phosphor strings, so pay attention to the gauge. These are medium gauge. These also do come with strap buttons already installed, so no worries there. And notice the bottom strap button also doubles as the port for the plug-in, and these do come with the ESB preamp. So this is the 2022 version, which does have a 3-band EQ, so each treble, bass, and mid have their own sliders, and you have your dedicated volume sliders still, and there's also a built-in tuner, so it's really the full package here. It is powered by a 9-volt battery, which you can easily replace by just opening up the panel like so. So now let's listen to this guitar. As for the playability and the sound, you get that bright sound from the solid spruce top, which is very resonant and allows for great articulation. Basically, how much you give it, and it will respond accordingly for great clear dynamics. But of course, any imperfections will also be clearly shown. It does force you to really clean up your finger picking. But then the deep overtones from the rosewood is a really nice complement. I really like the spruce and rosewood combination. It also has an amazing sound sustain and great projection. It's basically as loud as a full-size guitar, and it's definitely louder than my concert-size guitar. It also had perfect intonation right out of the box. I checked every single fret up and down the neck. Also stayed in tune with multiple cable changes right out of the box. Action I also felt was very appropriate. I didn't have to do any modifications out of the box, but do keep in mind, because these do have medium gauge strings, the strings were pretty hard and kind of painful to play when brand new, but after the strings settled in and they stretched out, the feel is similar to what you would get on a full-sized acoustic. As for the sound, you can't really expect the same level of sound depth and quality compared to a full-size Taylor acoustic, but I can't help but compare it to the popular 214 CE, which I've already done a whole video on. You can check out my channel for that. But in comparison to the 214 CE, it definitely has, it just still has a little bit of that miniature guitar sound. It's hard to describe. It just doesn't have the full range of frequencies that a full Taylor 214 CE has. So I'll be doing a separate sound comparison test so you guys can hear for yourself in a later video. While also talking about playing this with a strap on, since this is a small guitar, you might be using it at gigs or traveling or whatever, you might play it with a strap. It is a little bit harder to play standing up just due to the convex back, so you do have to adjust your left hand a little bit more. You have to apply more pressure on those bar chords, so something to keep in mind due to the convex back. But in conclusion, this is still a huge bang for your buck Taylor. It has amazing sound for the size. It definitely punches above its class for this price range. And if you're trying to decide which tone wood option to choose, I just still love the spruce and rosewood combination for the crisp highs and distinct lows. Rosewood is becoming a less sustainable wood to harvest, so you'll definitely be paying a little bit of a premium over something like sapele or mahogany, but I still really love the rosewood for that bass response. It's also a good guitar to supplement a full-size one to play on the couch, or go on the go, but it's definitely still not a replacement of a full-size guitar. So definitely think long and hard if you really have a specific need for this size guitar, even though this is super fun to play. If you only have a limited budget, you may have to really consider if this is really worth that. Personally, if I were to choose between this and the 214 CE, I would pick the 214 CE over this every single time. Once again, if you want to hear the sound difference between the two, make sure you like this video and subscribe.